And this is the news from Spy TV.
The C-130 shock strut uses 450 psi plus or minus 100. Now, it gives you inside the aircraft.
The Nigerian Air Force on Thursday in Abuja unveiled some fabricated aircraft devices developed by its personnel, like the reactivation and modification of the C-130H Fleet nitrogen cart, which was abandoned 20 years ago, ground support equipment, 307 EAG flight training device, field monitoring devices, among others, for support and maintenance of aircraft and armaments. This is Mobility Command Intra-Command Research and Development Competition at 307 Executive Airlift Group, Abuja. And of course, what we have here, we have competitors coming here to showcase the aerial mobility for the Nigerian Air Force. The Mobility Command Research and Development, which is referred to as the Nigerian Air Force Research and Development effort, focused on advancing military mobility capabilities. The Mobility Command, also known as the NAF Transportation Command, is responsible for overseeing the Air Force transportation and logistics operations. Like what you are viewing right now, these have been abandoned for over 20 years.
To the input point inside these two regulators. And as I open this valve, this valve controls the high pressure. This is the control valve for low pressure. And this is shut-off valve, the opening to the
ground power units. The 100 amps ground power units actually gives out a 28 volts DC. This device here is being powered by an AC and a DC volt. As I said earlier in the presentation, while we brainstormed to have an alternative means of charging this GPU, because due to the problem we have in Nigeria, all these power surges, so we now resort to use a DC port to charge this device peradventure when there's no light.
DC. However, this is connected to the secondary bus bar of the aircraft, which provides 28 volt DC. To step that down, we constructed this control board. We constructed this control board, which has a fuse, it has a toggle switch, and also, so each of these fans has this control board.
So there was a need to train pilots to fly the aircraft. And we observed that when pilots go for initial type rating of the aircraft, there was always like one or two casualties in the sense of not completing the training schedule, so which leads to
The fabrications were products of research works of the Nigerian Air Force Mobility Command Intra-Command Research and Development Competition, which took place at 307 Executive Airlift Group, Abuja. Speaking of the event, the special guest of honor, the Chief of Standard and Evaluation, noted that the Mobility Command Research and Development Competition focused on developing new technologies and innovative solutions to enhance military mobility and aimed at providing solutions to Nigerian Air Force technical challenges.
As you know, Nigerian Air Force is a technology-driven force. We rely on technology, most of the things that we do. And so it is not far-fetched that we will be very much interested in technology and research and development. Yes. I must say that I'm very, very excited with some of the concepts that we have witnessed here today. But like they say, that the biggest room is the room of improvements, as they say it. A lot needs to be done. We are taking baby steps, but I believe that if we continue in this drive, because what we have found out is that we have a pool of highly talented people, which we believe that we harness together could go a long way in meeting up with our technological challenges. It may interest you also to know that technology is very expensive, and so you cannot continue to depend on outsiders to help you do the work you do. I'm quite impressed that some of the challenges that people have around them, they are making efforts to see how they can in-house solve those problems. Yes, training is, you can't overemphasize the issue of training, particularly in the Air Force. The current Chief of the Air Staff, training is one of the major things he is pursuing very vigorously. Like if we were in our briefing, I mentioned that a number of our personnel have gone around the world to train in various aspects of our job, particularly in R&D that we're emphasizing. Not long ago, we have about a couple of officers that went to UK to train on artificial intelligence research. And the model of training that we go out there to source for is the type that emphasizes train the trainer. And when you go out there, you are trained, and you also have the capacity to come back and impart the same training on people that are around, because we believe that in so doing, you will be able to scale the number of people in a shorter time.
Nitrogen servicing cards. So over the years, the unit has suffered a great setback and excessive downtime on aircraft maintenance that has to do with the use of nitrogen cards. Phase of the project where we start putting them together, and at this point we are like 40 to 60%, and finally this is what we came up with, sourcing all what we needed locally, sir.
The solar control system, we have the switch for turning on and turning off. With time, I'll explain why it's called a smart portable GPU. These normally 3 pins, the positive, and negative. This is where it's connected to the ground. So this is locally fabricated.
Commander here is Sanusi, officer in charge of research and development, 305 Special Mobility Group, Calabar. As a way of life, was supplied to the NAF without any form of cooling system for the cabin. This results in crew and passenger discomfort, especially during long flights. In an effort to provide some form of ventilation, air scopes were installed on the windows. So the picture to your left, shows now 568 supplied to the NAF without any air scope. During the construction of the control board, and also after the construction, the control boards were tested and they worked as required for the fan in the cabin to ensure adequate air circulation.
This morning I'll be making a presentation on the development of 307 Executive Airlift Group flight training device. In 2011, the establishment of 307 Executive Airlift Group marked a significant milestone in providing fighter light transport and licensing missions to ministries, departments, and agencies. Central to our operation is the King Air 350, a cornerstone asset received in 2014, commitment to innovation and efficiency. Initially, the unit relied on a cockpit poster to familiarize pilots with the intricacies of the King Air 350. As displayed on the screen is the cockpit layout of the King Air 350. So this is similar to what we have during our initial training, where pilots have to mount it for better practical experience of the King Air 350. Research and development cell decided to come up with a more sophisticated flight training device which ensures optimal readiness for pilots prior to their initial type rating. Components of our training device. The hardware we incorporated into with the training device are the rudder pedals, honeycomb, alpha and bravo quadrants.
This is in recognition of one of the chief of the air staff key enabler, which is prioritizing research and development, leveraging cutting-edge technology.
Spy TV News report that 301, 303, 305, 307, 341 participated in the Mobility Command Intra-Command Research and Development Competition, in which 307 EAG that presented a flight training device came first runner-up. 341 CRSGP that presented fuel monitoring and management system came second runner-up, while 303 MAG that presented 100A Smart Portable GPU became third runner-up. The Mobility Command, also known as the Nigerian Air Force Transport Command, is responsible for overseeing the Air Force transportation and logistics operations. Olaimi Eson for Spy TV.